Saying goodbye to Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. A heartfelt review of Yoona and Lee Chae-min's unforgettable journey. The time has finally come to bid farewell to Bon Appetit, Your Majesty, a drama that has stirred emotions, sparked discussions, and captured countless hearts across the globe. Even though the final episode delivered a conclusion filled with hope, reconciliation, and a surprising amount of happiness, many fans still struggle to accept that this journey has truly ended. The chemistry between Yoona and Lee Chae-min, the breathtaking visuals, and the story's unique mix of romance, politics, and fantasy have left an imprint that will be remembered for years to come. In this extensive review and reflection, let us revisit the unforgettable highlights of the drama, analyze its deeper messages, and celebrate the magical pairing of Yoona and Lee Chae-min, who carried this story with extraordinary talent. 1. A Kingdom of Secrets, the truth behind the Queen Mother's death. As the story neared its climax, a major revelation shattered the palace's already fragile harmony. It was revealed that King Yi-hyen's mother had not died of natural causes, but had instead been poisoned by members of the court. This discovery stirred a storm within the young king's heart. His sorrow quickly transformed into anger, and his once calm and noble demeanor gave way to an uncontrollable thirst for justice. The Dowager Queen, long suspected of manipulating palace politics, was placed under suspicion. For viewers, this moment was deeply emotional. Lee Chae-min's portrayal of Yi-hyen's torment felt raw and authentic. His trembling voice, his clenched fists, and his burning eyes showed a man caught between love, justice, and his responsibilities as ruler. The tension of this revelation was not just political, it was personal. By unveiling the truth of his mother's death, the drama reminded us that behind every crown lies a wounded child who still longs for family. 2. Ji-young's role, a confession that changed everything. At the height of Yi-hyen's rage, it was Ji-young, played by Yoona, who grounded him. Having traveled across time to find herself in this turbulent era, Ji-young had grown closer to the king. She reminded him of his late mother's final wish, that he must never become a tyrant. This single moment became one of the most emotionally charged in the drama. As viewers, we held our breath when Ji-young placed her hand on Yi-hyen's trembling arm, her voice soft but steady. Then came her long-awaited confession. Despite knowing that she still wished to return to her own world, she admitted her love for Yi-hyen. The bittersweet mix of determination and vulnerability in her eyes made this scene unforgettable. It was a confession that wasn't just romantic, it was selfless. Ji-young's love was not about possession but about giving Yi-hyen strength. She loved him enough to guide him toward his best self, even if that meant she might have to leave him forever. 3. Rising political tensions, a feast of shadows. Meanwhile, the palace grew more dangerous by the day. Prince Jae-seon, Yi-hyen's ambitious rival, was quietly preparing for a coup. While whispers of betrayal circulated through the court, the Dowager Queen's birthday celebration became an explosive backdrop for confrontation. At the feast, Ji-young presented a dish unlike anything the palace had ever seen: soy meat. This wasn't just food. It was a message. A symbol of health, reconciliation, and peace, the dish reflected Ji-young's unique ability to bridge the past and future. The contrast between the beauty of the feast and the tension simmering beneath the surface was masterful. Every smile was laced with suspicion. Every sip of wine carried a hidden threat. By placing food, something so ordinary, at the center of a political storm, the drama once again highlighted its originality. 4. The coup, blood in the palace. Then came the coup. Swords clashed, arrows flew, and blood stained the palace floors. It was one of the most shocking sequences in the entire series. The air was thick with betrayal, as once loyal guards turned against their king. Ji-young, who initially planned to return to her own time, made a heart-wrenching choice. She returned to the palace, not for herself, but to warn Yi-hyen. And Yi-hyen, in turn, refused to flee. His love for his people, and for Ji-young, was too strong. He chose to stay and fight. The battle left Yi-hyen severely wounded. In his weakened state, he clutched the Manganrock book, a mystical artifact that symbolized his bond with Ji-young. In that moment, fantasy and reality blurred. Viewers could not tell whether it was magic, destiny, or love that saved him. What we knew for certain was that this scene crystallized the drama's central theme: true love is both sacrifice and salvation. 5. Ji-young's awakening, from palace to Paris. After the chaos of the coup, Ji-young suddenly awoke in modern-day Paris. Having been in a coma, she was surrounded by doctors, confusion clouding her mind. For a moment, viewers feared the story would end here, that everything she experienced was merely a dream. But fate had other plans. Ji-young and Lee were destined to meet again, this time in Seoul. Their reunion was quiet but profoundly moving. Gone were the heavy robes of royalty and the looming palace walls. Instead, they were just two souls who had endured lifetimes of struggle to finally stand side by side. 6. Mon Roy, a restaurant called My King. The drama's epilogue was as surprising as it was beautiful. Ji-young and Lee opened a restaurant together, naming it Mon Roy, French for My King. The choice of name was poetic, symbolizing both the memory of their shared past and the hope of their present life. Food, which had always been Ji-young's bridge between worlds, became their way of creating a future. Each dish represented not just sustenance but healing. Every plate that left their kitchen was a continuation of the story that had begun in the palace. 7. A rare happy ending. Unlike most historical dramas that end in tragedy, Bon Appetit, Your Majesty dared to deliver a happy ending. Instead of loss, viewers were given reconciliation. Instead of death, they were given hope. This bold choice left audiences not only satisfied but deeply moved. The fan reactions spoke volumes. Social media lit up with praise, with many calling it one of the most heartwarming finales in recent years. Some admitted to crying tears of joy, while others shared how the story inspired them to believe in love again. 8. Themes and symbolism. More than just romance. At its core, Bon Appetit, Your Majesty wasn't only about time travel or palace politics. It was about universal human struggles. Love versus duty, Lee-hyun's constant battle between his heart and his crown. Past versus future, Ji-young's conflict between staying in her time or embracing destiny. Food as healing, a recurring symbol of reconciliation, peace, and love. Hope in fantasy. The drama reminded us that even though fantasy is not real, it can still inspire and heal us. Through these layers, the story resonated with audiences far beyond the borders of Korea. 9. Yoona and Chae, a pair to remember. Of course, none of this would have been possible without the magnetic performances of Yoona and Chae. Yoona brought grace, warmth, and depth to Ji-young, while Chae's portrayal of Lee-hyun was both regal and vulnerable. Their chemistry was undeniable, and fans have already begun to wonder whether this pairing will appear together in future projects. Their dynamic breathed life into the script. Whether it was a stolen glance, a heated argument, or a tearful embrace, the authenticity of their emotions carried the drama from beginning to end. 10. Legacy of the drama. As we close the book on Bon Appetit, Your Majesty, it is clear that this drama will not be forgotten. It offered viewers a rare blend of history, fantasy, romance, and food, wrapped in a narrative that was both touching and thrilling. More importantly, it gave us a story where love triumphed, not through grand gestures, but through resilience, patience, and quiet courage. Fans may still wish for more episodes, spin-offs, or even a sequel. But perhaps part of the magic lies in knowing that the story ended just when it should, leaving us with a sense of completion and warmth. Conclusion. Saying goodbye is never easy, especially when it comes to a drama that felt like home for so many weeks. Bon Appetit, Your Majesty will be remembered not only for its surprising finale but also for the emotional journey it took us on. From palace intrigues and bloody coups to heartfelt confessions and a restaurant named Mon Roy, the story of Ji-young and Lee-hyun has become a modern fairy tale for viewers everywhere. And though the curtain has closed, the legacy of Yoona and Chae's unforgettable partnership will continue to shine.